energy whatsoever. Also, it's going to be a pretty short stream. I spent all day fixing stuff. I'll show you. Yeah. Here we go. This is it. It's here. Dodo Dev making a game, I think. Things have been happening in the background for making games. I might be talking to people about making a game, and I used to make games with them, try to get stuff together. It's cool. Eats up time though, but it's a better shot than I have of this. Hey, what have I done? Well, it doesn't look like I've done anything, but I have. See how these animations still really are awful? My aim and shoot point is no longer awful. Who cares where the actual hands are? I'll fix the actual animations later. I gotta take out that little picture of this. But I've got the gun in the right place. You can see my body. I'm gonna have to fix it a little bit because it kind of goes into the chest. But the head is actually not here. And there's a separate thing just for shadows. That's where the head comes from. And then, remember the horrible hitbox thing? The hit effect I did yesterday? No. Emissive red. It'll just cover whatever this flipbook is, so I don't have to worry about it. You can see some of my debug messages about it still. There's a little pink and purple up there. There you go. 5 hours of work. 5. Oh, I hate these hands. 5 hours of work. That's what we did. Where did I go? What did I do inside here? A lot of stuff. Look at this. Hiding bones. Making other meshes. So I was using the first person template character for it was included in the starting material. And the third person mesh cannot be deleted or something because it's not added like normal. So you can't move it from things. So I made another one, and then I made another one for the shadow, and I shut this one off pretty much entirely. He's not visible. He's hidden. He shouldn't cast shadow, my friend. Watch out break everything. That'd be hilarious. Okay, good. Because I just really wanted the one mesh and everything to line up. But now I got to change the animation so that the hands look like the thing I've got in the middle of the screen, only off to the side. They need to be together better. Kind of like that. Like that's where the finger fits into the thing, and it just doesn't because it forward. It gotta. We will not. We're gonna fix it later. I was in the stream just going to fix here in the stream. I was gonna try multiplayer. Just gonna try to fix it because I have so many multiplayer issues. But instead, I'm like, well, I might as well tackle all the first-person animation stuff, right? What is what? Did you see what is going on? A never-ending torrent of hate for whatever is going on there. Why can't you just shoot straight forward? Hold on, I need to shrivel up. And my soul to heal from this. I'm going to remove the fake. Fake. Where's my widgets? Wait, where's my screen? No, you're not. You're just the inner. You're in the wrong place. Do I have a heads-up display? Here you are. I would like to see where you live. You were right there. Where I want to click. I want to click on that FPS pistol. Is that you guys? Goodbye. It was not needed for anything technical. Haha! I got a weapon. Woo! Now the problem is, so it shoots from the muzzle of the gun. The angle isn't 100% perfect, but we'll get that later. It shoots towards the reticle. But when I move around, it used to just fire all over the place, and I've made the bullets a sensible size. Why? But see how it goes like off to the side and up and down and stuff? I don't know. I don't know why it does that. It's something to do with the projectile and the tracing collision. Oh, these guys here also shoot better. Hey, what up? But whoa, they shoot faster. And they have an emissive red shot now. And I might be able to make them emissive. I learn how to do masks, maybe. Oh, they just shot each other. I really need to make sure that when that happens, they get the old Doom thing and get ticked off at each other. I think I could just move the camera up a little bit, and that would fix this. Manny, why are you chest? Why are you so chesty? Do you have an arc reactor hidden in there? Yeah, blow up each other. That's always fun. Yeah, that took all day. That's game development sometimes. So Fridays. Fridays. I'm super good on Monday. I know a lot of people, they're dragging on Monday. They're like, Monday, the weekend's gone. They're like super energized on Friday because the weekend's coming up. I'm the exact opposite. I rest on the weekends, and then I feel rested on Monday, and I'm at the top of my game, and I do a ton of crap on Monday. And then by the time Friday rolls around, that is no longer the case. Now, I say that, but I did have the mental capacity to go and fix these really complicated issues I've been sitting on for months, maybe just weeks. What day is it? So I had ample energy to actually do stuff, but I was really late to the stream, and I didn't get everything done that I wanted, and I'm trying to help my friends with their games, and I ran Dungeons and Dragons yesterday, which was fun, and just so much stuff. But boy, I tell you, the last few months, mentally, I feel way more clear than I have in a long time. If you're ever stuck in a job and it doesn't fit right, and you're just kind of struggling with that, get out. Find another job if you can. I was stuck in a job. It wasn't that it was a bad job or bad people. They were good people. The project was shaping up to be, it could be something really awesome. It had tons of potential. But boy, for a year, I was barely doing anything. Since lockdown, 90% of the time, I have been unable to be properly fed work. I kept having to seek out work and do things. And it's okay, at the beginning to be like, oh, yeah. During lockdown, it was like, well, everyone's figuring this out. And it's cool. You can figure out things to do. Not just busy work, but useful things. But then there's only so long you can do that. Whenever a new thing comes along, a new task, a new problem to solve, and you just devour it, you get it done super well and super fast. And you're like, oh, that was nice. But now there's nothing. It gets to you. I call it calcification. It's like stalagmites growing from dripping calcium-rich water inside a cave. It's just little bit at a time. It turns into this really rock hard thing you have to figure out a way to break through. Now on that project, right near the end, it had broken through. I was doing work I was really happy with, and there's going to be a lot of it coming up. And then it ended. And then since then, it's just been one day at a time. I've been trying to do my own thing here, and I've shown off the previous version of this project in Renderal 5.6 before and talked about why I couldn't transport it forward. How I'm learning and I want to build these systems correctly. That helps. Friends over, D&D, that stuff helps. I feel way better than I have in the last year, oddly, even though there's a finite amount of money now and no income. You know how it goes. That's the whole reason, by the way, I'm here. There's a psychological benefit to doing this stuff and reaching out to people and talking. Even if no one's there, you know, still talking. Someday maybe someone will see this and some part of this message will reach them, or some part of my blathering about design or production or whatever else. And that's good. That makes me feel good. It also helps me feel like, I'm out there talking. I'm not just sitting here all alone, even if I kind of am. And working on this game's helped. Friends over for D&D's helped. This stream has helped. And who knows, maybe I want to double down on streaming stuff. I have a plan where I'm going to go and make shorts out of a bunch of these little clips. Well, not clips. Break this into clips and to make shorts out of the clips or whatever it is. I don't know how it works yet. Have a more solid schedule. Maybe people show up. And then maybe it's just cool for me working on this job. Like, this is the job. That would be cool. And I could just make a game and release it. One can dream. But then, these other people I used to work with, they're like, hey, we're trying to do a thing. Are you available? And I'm like, kinda. And I'm excited to help them too. So I'll be doing that. Not on stream. No, no, no. What is flickering with my idle animation? Hop, hop. What is he doing? Does he do that if I'm staring at him from outside? Yes, he doesn't really have a head. Would other characters see this? I don't know. I have to run into multiplayer. That's a different problem. Yeah, it's doing a little jiggle. I am so close to just making this guy sprite as well. Or something. Because, for crying out loud. Undiscoverable functionality that takes a ton of research and time. Yeah. It's probably someone someday will watch this and be like, hey, should I use Godot or Unity or the old Doom engine? I can do the build engine. I love playing with the build engine. Duke Nukem 3D stuff. I used to do that all the time. But then again, that was never setting up the entire combat model and the characters and all the enemies. It was just basically slapping maps down, making some cool maps. And we're not even there yet. Once I get this animation stuff figured out, I have to. I'm gonna get the multiplayer stuff working, and I put so much effort in the multiplayer. Maybe it'll just be a multiplayer game. Maybe I'll put it out for early access, and multiplayer will be in there, but not on the menu, and people will be like, "Hey, I found out if you type blah 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 blah, then you get multiplayer." And I'll be like, "Yeah, it's a secret feature after early access. We would work on it." Friday. Repossessed. No, I have a head. What are you talking about? It's right there. But anyways, yeah, stuff doesn't work in multiplayer. It does, but it doesn't. I actually had some stuff not working on the server that worked on clients, like bullet sizes. That's weird. One step at a time, though. You know, that's the way this. That's the way this is going. I didn't even do my AI tutorial stuff. I want to do it over the weekend, but chances are during the weekend I'm just gonna be a lump, fleshy lump, consume content. Man, I didn't even work out yet today. Ugh. You know the feeling. We all know we're the exact same person. Hey, straw man audience. I know we're exactly the same. I got so much crap open. All right, so I'm hiding the head, and I have the shadow mesh, which honestly probably could have just been this thing. Because it's still around. I don't care right now. I don't care when I have energy. But if I'm what what do people see in third person? Like, oh wait, that's what I wanted to do. A two-player. And then if I hit play, then I should be able to go over and unhide this window. And oh, okay, you can still see that window. That's actually kind of useful. If I just stare at this. Oh, and my performance is. Oh, yep, yep. Got it. Got it. It's also cool that my performance is steadily decreasing. Because multiplayer didn't used to do that. I should have not messed with nature. And nature meant the starter content already had a character that had two meshes. I just went and remade that for no reason. What am I even doing? Making a game and learning. That's what I'm doing. We're not going to be able to fix that right now. We're not going to be able to fix anything. I just had this stream just to say I'm alive. I've been doing stuff. Get out of here, pie window. So much. Here's why I didn't want to. So, okay. If you're curious, it ends up this first person character has a lot of stuff. This was built in C++, not just in the normal editor interface, which is why there's things you can and can't do with it. Like the capsule component, that's the default scene row component. It cannot be renamed or deleted. Blah, blah, blah. Inherited, blah, blah, blah. I have to redo everything. All of this, all them variables, all these functions. If I made a new completely one-off character. Maybe I will. And maybe I won't. Right now, no. Monday? Maybe. But still was fun. It wasn't the worst results because now shoot from end of gun. Hit does flash. What are you doing? Get away from me, man. No. Ah. Boom. Haha. AoE attacks. Boo. Boom. Haha. They're an AoE, so they're not as powerful as your normal shots. Oh. How weak is that thing? I missed. It was on the edge of the decal, so I have to change the size of that because you should never have that stuff miss. Oh, I see. Little fancy pants. Eat it. That's what I thought. That's what I thought! It's not yet to the place where it's actually like, ooh, I'm playing a cool, fun game because I gotta make enemies types, right? We're working on that. We have the invadery guy that I need to make all the animations for. I don't want to import him in Unreal until I have a pass of that done. Why am I just... That's something with the projectile. Wait a minute. Now, where I'm shooting from has changed. Whoa. Oh, I'm dead. He killed... I'm like, what happened to me? Look at my shadow. I'm a ghost. More. From beyond the grave. Anyways, I gotta make the enemy types. I gotta make weapons. I gotta make some abilities. Gotta make sure all that stuff's working in test spaces so I know what I'm building for levels. Then I gotta pick an art style. I want the art style not to be... This is not the art style for the world. These guys need to look like they are pixelated enemies in a more realistic 3D world. But that realistic 3D world is going to be like, I'd love to get assets for like a PS1 style horror game. Something like that. Or just textures on something like that, right? I don't know how to texture. I don't know how to model. Not yet. I'm used to taking those things and doing stuff with them, but not being the origin, the source. Do I learn it? Do I just do something, marketplace something? Depends on the priorities of the time that I make those decisions and my wallet. But that's the fun stuff. Once all this structural framework is done, oh, get out of here, you 10 million things. The structural framework of all the abilities in the gameplay ability system and how that thing works. Which I know, but I got to dive back into the tutorials for that so I stay fresh and I stay current because I'm not doing that every day. Right now, behavior trees and blackboards for enemies? Yeah, that's cool. It's fun. I like doing that. Gonna do that to make the variations. Gonna have to design out some variations. The weapons? Right now we got a pistol pixel. And I got to remake the pixel rifle. I don't have to remake the art. I have an animation for it somewhere. I gotta redo the blueprint with all the fixes I just did for the pistol. I gotta redo the animation after I fix the animation for the pistol and I know what the crap I'm doing. And maybe add a thrown component. I don't know what the third component would be. I got a working melee weapon, but it's not great. Once that stuff is in place, once I feel like I can have art, I feel like I can find a source for music, which will be its own journey that I don't know anything about, then I can make levels. And it'll be fun. It's a little action game. That's all it is. Making an action game. With some cool abilities and cool enemies and hopefully some cool levels whenever I get to it. But boy, there's a lot of framework first. It's my problem with the last project is I rushed all this stuff that could have worked. Just swooged it all into the project. Swooged it all in. Is that shippable? Would that help me on my resume? No. I mean, maybe shippable. But I'm learning stuff. So I'm hireable because learning stuff makes you hireable because it means you know how to do stuff. If I was hired tomorrow to do any of this stuff, I'd at least have a leg up. and I'd be able to like give pretty good estimates about what it was I was going to be able to do. And then I'd do it, and there'd be a lot of research online and everything else. But there, I need to do stuff to the AI because it's fun. I want to do fun. Pow, 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 pow. All right. Well, thank you. I've been blathering for 25 minutes. I'm tired. It wasn't a long stream today. I don't have any words of wisdom for. Why? Oh, I know what's happening. It's the other. It's that. I'll fix that in the future. Should we close out the stream with some words of wisdom? In an action game, don't spawn enemies directly behind the player. If you do, make sure there's lots of sound and noise around it because they can't see behind them. They're not actually in the game. I don't care how immersive your game is, even VR. They're not there. So make up for it with other things. There you go. Wisdom. Have a good day, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye.